It's Keisha from CoachKeisha.com, your resource for healthy teen girl development. And this month of July, Coach Keisha TV is totally focused on social media and how teen girls and young women are using social media. So with that theme, today's video is all about sexting. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to talk to your daughter about sexting. It sounds like it's an uncomfortable topic because it is kind of uncomfortable talking to your daughter about those things, but it's really, really important to talk to her about sexting as soon as she gets a cell phone. A few weeks ago, I was coaching with a group of girls, and one of the fifth graders in the group actually told me that she sent a sext to her boyfriend. She actually sent him nude pictures of her top and bottom. And her mom found her phone and grounded her, and she got in really, really big trouble. But she's in fifth grade. So it's extremely important to talk to our girls about sexting, about the consequences of sexting, and the repercussions of it. So this video is all about tips on talking to your daughter about sexting because it's happening. And here's some tips. You ready? All right, let's dive in. Okay, so the first tip is to make sure your daughter knows how serious sexting is, and make sure she knows the legal implications of sexting. For example, if your daughter has a picture of herself, a nude or semi-nude picture of herself, and she sends it to some other kids, and the authorities find it, she could be charged with child pornography charges, even though she's younger than the age of 18, because she's distributing child pornography if she's nude or semi-nude. So that is a big deal, because if your daughter receives a charge like that, that goes on her permanent record, that could hinder her from getting into the college of her dreams. That could hinder her from getting a job. Also, you know, there have been cases where young ladies have had to register as sex offenders because they sent a sext. And, you know, it could have been a sext of themselves, or it could have been a picture of a boy that was forwarded to them and they forwarded it to someone else. So it's just really dangerous. It's really dangerous if your daughter has a sext, or if she takes one and sends it out, and then also if she receives one and forwards one. Either way, it's distributing child pornography. There are legal implications that could really affect the rest of her life. So make sure she knows those implications. Point out these stories in the news, in the media. They're in the news every day. So you can Google some stories, sit your daughter down and say, look, this is what happened to this girl when she sent her boyfriend a naked picture of herself. Do you want that to happen to you? So use real life stories. And also, whenever you're talking to your daughter about these things, use words like mistake, poor decision, you weren't thinking clearly, this was really bad judgment, so that she knows that this is a big deal. This isn't just everybody makes mistakes, but sending a nude photograph of yourself is a big mistake. So use those type of words so that she knows how big of a deal it is. And again, her age, if she has a cell phone, you got to have this conversation. And most middle schoolers, some elementary kids have cell phones now. So this is a conversation that needs to be had. Okay, so the second tip, make sure that your daughter knows that online images last forever. Boys are going to ask, okay? Boys are going to ask for her to send them a text message with a picture, a semi-nude picture of some sort. They're going to ask. And then if she sends it to him, he's going to show it to people. No matter how many times he promises that he'll keep it to himself, we know how teenage boys are. He's going to want to brag. He's going to want to show it off. So it's not just going to be between her and her boyfriend. Everybody's going to see that picture, and he could easily upload it online. He can just share it with whomever he wants to. So make sure that she knows that once that picture goes out there, it's out there, and you can't erase it, especially Snapchat. Like I said in my last video, a lot of girls believe that messages disappear on Snapchat. But all somebody has to do is take a screenshot and they have that image forever. And also the messages that are sent on Snapchat are stored somewhere. Data is data. So just remind her that images are eternal. Anything that's sent out on social media is going to be out there forever. The third tip, teach your daughter not to feed into peer pressure. Oftentimes girls are pressured by boys, by friends, to send these types of pictures. Also on social media, on Instagram, they see other girls posting sexy pictures of themselves, so they feel like they need to post a picture. So teach your daughter to be resilient and to not feed into that type of pressure. And if she is sent a sext, teach her to delete it. It stops with her. Don't send it to anybody, don't forward it, don't save it, delete it, and then tell your parents that you received it. Hopefully she'll report it to you. The next tip, remind your daughter that sexting, it involves words and pictures. So even if she's not sending an inappropriate picture, the words that she uses online, those could be considered a sext as well. So if she's on social media or if she's texting about sex, remind her of the repercussions of that. You know, her integrity and her dignity is worth guarding, because any type of message that's sent out, it can be saved. And one day she's going to apply to college. One day she's going to apply for jobs. She's going to apply for leadership positions. And she would hate if somebody pulled up a text message or a social media post where she was posting some derogatory comments. I always encourage girls to use the grandma rule of thumb, which is basically if grandma wouldn't like it, you shouldn't be posting it. All right, and the last tip, if you find out that your daughter has been sexting, then it's time to have a talk with her about sex. You know, she may have just been sending the picture to be funny or as a present for her boyfriend, or she may have been pressured to by her friends just to go along with what they were doing. Or she may have been sending the picture because she was interested in having sex. So it's time to have that conversation, and it's time to have the birds and the bees talk with her about what that means and what kind of message you're sending out. Whenever you send out pictures like that, what are you saying about yourself? What are you saying about your character? What are you saying about your integrity? And how are you honoring yourself? Are you honoring yourself whenever you're sending pictures out like that? And do you want to send off the message that you want to have sex with people? Is that the message that you want to send off? So that's the last tip. Have the conversation about sex and, of course, about the consequences of having sex with your daughter if you find her sexting, if you find out that she's sexting. Okay, that's it. I hope that you liked this video and I hope that it was helpful. I do have a freebie that you can download, so just click below and you can download the freebie, and I hope that that's helpful as well. Please comment below or email me at Keisha@coachkeisha.com. I would love to hear from you. And also, please forward and share this video with your friends and family. If you like this video, head on over to CoachKeisha.com and subscribe to my newsletter so that you won't miss out on any future videos. I do have another video coming out in a couple of days, and again, it's about social media, and I'll have some more freebies for you. So I really hope that you liked it, and again, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.